Oh, Budgy Smugglers, we're back.
We're back, baby.
Oh, I'm comedian Jeremy Dooley, joined as always by fellow comedian Stevie B, Stephen Bradshaw.
What's going on? Good to be here. What's happening, Smugglers? We have an absolutely loaded show. We've obviously got the Winter Olympics. The State of Origin was on. We got a bit of NBA stuff to catch up on. It's been a couple of weeks. We had an interview last week. Hope all the Smugglers enjoyed that. Tried to talk about sport, but that didn't really happen. We've got, obviously, the big questions, off-field antics, your top five, the power rankings. Get around. It's another loaded episode. Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, so Jules, what's been happening, mate?
I tell you what, it's been a big few weeks. It's been a big few weeks. A lot of stuff has happened. When did we were back in here? Okay, yeah. So I'm just looking back at things. Yeah, lots has happened. I filmed. I redabbled back in the world of acting.
Love that.
I'm not allowed to say who for, but it'll be. I think it'll just be on YouTube.
Okay, little YouTube.
I think it'll be one of those things where it's you're strapping down to watch something on YouTube, and then you got to sit through an annoying ad.
Yes.
I'm going to be the annoying ad.
It is, it's very interesting, and I think it has something to do with the fact that we'll do anything for money. But I'm seeing a lot of comedians pop up, whether it's on YouTube, I'm seeing people oil decks, I'm seeing all kinds of comedians. I'm seeing one of our favourites talking about erectile dysfunction. Yeah. Everywhere, which is great.
And that's not even an ad. He's just filming himself.
A bit.
Hello, Nick Kappa.
Absolute legend. But what do you think it is about? Why are there so many comedians popping up on our ads?
So it's because comedians generally easy to work with and are quick.
Yes.
So when you're actually like on set filming stuff, it's like oftentimes they don't have like a fully detailed script, and they're like, oh, let's try something like this, let's try something like that. And as a comedian, you're used to having to like adjust and adapt to the moment. And when you're on stage, not all comedians, if you're a one-liner comedian, maybe not as much, but especially if you do sort of longer form and stories and stuff like that, you're used to sort of like, touching into different sort of emotions and themes, which makes it very translatable for acting. And you're always essentially, for a bit to do well, you got to commit to it, commit to the bit. So that's very, very helpful, and generally just not as high strung as some of the thespians.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to shit on actors in general, but have you ever met one? No thanks. No thanks. Who's a good hang? Because I worked in advertising for over a decade. And yeah, you get actors and you're like, mate, this is, it's for the Melbourne Zoo. Relax.
Yeah.
It's just
not your big break.
Yeah, exactly. So, whereas a comedian, like if I'm working with a director, they would much rather work with a comedian that's willing to do anything. I hired Stella Wu for a job once at an accounting software, which I cannot name because they fired me. But we needed a pair of Asian women hands. Yeah. And I was like, but easy to deal with. The directors loved working with her. I just think we're a bit easier to work with, and this isn't our main thing. So.
And we're also used to shitty conditions, comedians.
We ever?
Look, Kappa, for example, he's just toured with Matt Rife around Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's doing the Opera House, but it's like, generally, the green rooms are shit. If you're lucky, you might get fed. The hours are terrible.
We've got a whole segment dead. That's how excited we get when we get food at a gig.
Yeah.
We have a whole segment dedicated to it. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's always, one of those things where you're pretty adaptable as a comedian. You're used to the shitty hours, and this was a night shoot as well. So, I'm thankfully, because of my role, I got to leave early. All of my scenes were done at the start, but they were going till like 3 a.m.
Yep. It happens. It happens.
It was pretty wild. So that was fun. otherwise, I haven't really done too much. I've just my elbow's a bit sore still. So,
Oh no!
you know,
Are you started rolling again or not yet?
I did one session, and that I probably went
Aggravated
back
it.
a little bit too soon.
Happens.
So, you know, we'll see how we go. I'm going to get a haircut today.
Okay, that's exciting.
It is
news for the
exciting.
Smugglers. Strap yourselves in, Smugglers. What are
Yeah.
you thinking?
I don't know. I normally, you know, tomorrow I'm getting the haircut. I normally rock up there, and I'm just like, hey, do whatever.
Yep, that's me.
So we'll just see.
It's a
what happens.
quandary. You think like as a hair artist / barber, the person coming in and go, whatever you reckon's fine. They freeze. They've got no idea what to do because they don't want to make a mistake and have people get angry at them because it's their hair. But for me, if you can't tell, I think this is the first time I haven't worn a hat on the podcast in over a year. I don't care about my hair. I'm always wearing a hat. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever you want to do. But they struggle with that. What do you think? Because yours is getting quite lengthy.
It is. I used to get a haircut every 3 weeks.
Yep. Yeah.
Religiously.
I was a fortnight guy.
High fade.
Yep.
All
right. He's allergic to haircut conversation.
But it's for me, I get the hair. There's a few things now. I don't get the haircut as often, obviously. It's when it's getting in my eyes at jiu-jitsu, when it's annoying at the gym, and now when my child starts to grab it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you tick those 3 boxes. Time to get a haircut.
And I saw a photo of myself on stage, and I was like, oh, what's going on there?
Yeah. That's always a rough realization when you get tagged in a photo in some comedy room story. You're like, that's what I think it's time to get a haircut.
I'm like, the poor audiences.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. We'll see. I've had some different. What sort of hairstyles have you had in the past? Have you mixed it up, or you've just been that forever?
It's this pretty much since high school of variations of this. Short back and sides, bit of length on top. I have grown it out. COVID, it got bad.
How long are we talking?
So the problem with my hair, why I can't really do much difference, is my hair grows up like a chia pet.
Yeah, right.
And it just keeps getting higher and higher. So during COVID, you can't even see where my hand is on screen, Smugglers. But it I could pull it down to like shoulder length, but it was just up here. I could tie it in a bow. Looked awful. Dreadful it looked.
Do you have any photos of that? Photo evidence?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
Cool. Any gigs?
Oh yeah, I've had a couple of gigs. I was at Antique Bar in Elstonwick.
Oh yep.
Which was good. That was a hot show.
Ooh, nice.
That was a really hot show. I can't remember who was on in the first half. Irvi, Majumdar, and then there was someone who's new, and then it was me and Luke Kidgel. It was a hot show. They were really into it. And that was in Berwick.
Oh, yes, the Berwick show.
Yep, which was, I tell you what, Nikki Barry murdered so hard.
She's on a hot streak at the moment. Well, she's always on a hot streak, to be fair. But, every time she's popping up, it's just, I get reports of murder after murder.
It was an absolute crush. So it was her, Carissa Bossanakis, Ben Knight, and myself. It was a good show.
Good lineup.
It was a really, really good show, and and so now I've got a gig tonight, and then I'm away. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that
towards the end. What have you been up to? You've been out. You're looking very relaxed.
Oh, super relaxed. Went camping out in the Murray, out in Toke.
Yuck.
What?
Yuck.
You don't like camping?
I don't like camping.
What are you talking about?
Nah, I'm not into it.
Oh, I absolutely love it. We're just chilling, just drinking, just reading, taking a dip in the Murray. What's there not to like? Eating sausages. Sausage sizzle every day almost.
Yeah, so like
bacon and eggs.
How do you do food? Like, do you just take a little barbecue? Or
I've got a little baby Webercue, like a little mini Weber that I take with me. But I was camping with my brother and his partner. They've got they got a caravan, they got the whole setup, they got the barbie, they got gas, they got showers, they got everything. So easy as. You're not really struggling for anything. So I'm just firing up the barbie 2-3 times a day. It's great.
There you go.
Yeah. So that was good. So that's all I've been doing since we last saw each other. Just been chilling on the Murray. I did have a couple of gigs on Friday. I did the Comedy on Tap, the Irish gig. You've done it a couple of times.
Yep.
I've done it a bunch of times. Hot crowd. Testing out some new material.
How'd that go?
Pretty good.
I love it when you test out new material.
There's some big laughs in there.
Hey.
Yeah, which is very, very exciting.
Very good.
So I had that, and then there was also some big silences as well in the same bit. So
intentional or
nope.
No, okay.
That's the part where you're supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
And then I wrote one bit which had like a bit of Harry Potter in it.
Oh,
and I'd never done it before. I started doing it. It was going okay. I was getting giggles. I wasn't getting the big laughs of my old stuff or some of the other new stuff. And then at the end of it, I was just like, why am I doing jokes about, what is this, 2005? Why am I doing Harry Potter material? But
so Y2K.
I know. It's good. How about that George W. Bush? So did that and went really well and had a great set. And then after that, because it's right there, I went over to Comedy in the Cellar, which if you're not a comedian, you wouldn't know. If you've been an audience member there, hopefully you've forgotten. But it is a Melbourne institution. It's on every Friday night. It goes for, not sure the exact time, but too long. But it is where you start out and you get your bones. And then I did that. And yeah, it was quite the opposite. You go from like a very hot, full packed room to a very cold thing. But again, just trying out new material, so it's good to sort of get it out there.
Are they getting many people at the Cellar?
Yeah, no, they had a decent turnout. Like 20 is good
But for
as a
there,
reference.
that's great.
Yeah, 20 is about good. I did see someone who I've seen do this many times before. It was at 20. You get a 5-minute set there, Smugglers, and then about 4 minutes in, they went from 20 to about 4. So, which was quite iconic. Thank God I'd already been up and done my set. But yeah.
I do love those moments. I remember doing a gig at a venue in Collingwood.
Yes.
An underground, basement gig. Yes. We'll call it Dirty Secrets. And I was on in the second half, and the first half, the room was heaving. It was packed to the gills. And Richard Meneses was emceeing, and I was this is great. Rich is great. He opened for me at the Comedy Festival last year. Love Rich. And then at the intermission, he swapped out and someone else started emceeing. And I was fourth in the second bracket, and I had 2 people to perform to.
It happens. It's happened to me many a time.
It happens.
All right, that's enough about us. What else we got? You've got any comments or audience questions?
Look, I do have an audience question.
Let's jump into that.
Yeah.
We haven't really posted much over the last week.
I do have an audience question. It's an interesting question. Actually, there is one comment that I want to point out here from the Sam Zito.
Someone
Sizzle
commented on
reel,
that? Yes.
From Moyal _Akshay, looks trustworthy.
Very good. Very good.
Which is probably untrue. So I had an interesting question at a show where someone came up to me after the show and said, they're a fan and they want to come to my comedy festival show, but they're not going to be around.
Right.
Question is, what can they do to support even though they can't physically buy a ticket?
You can recommend the show to some friends. Tell them to buy them a couple of tickets maybe and go, hey, there's this comedian that I love. I'm not going to be there. I still want to support him. So I've bought you 2 tickets to go see their show. You can follow, you can comment, you can like, you can do all of those things. You can just slip us $1,000. Just PayPal, whatever you want. That's awesome. But yeah, like a tip at a show or whatever. What other recommendations do you have?
I agree with that. I think it's really simple. If especially if it's acts who aren't on TV or aren't on radio, all that sort of stuff. Like, actually engage in the content. Like, just all you got to do is like click the love heart, give it a like, reshare, or even bookmark. All of those things help so much because it that helps put us further into the algorithm and get seen by more people. The recommendations, but also not just like sharing it as a story, but if you have seen us before and our sort of humor, and it's like, oh, I think this person would really like it, then be very specific to be like, hey, this person, you should go see Jeremy Dooley's show, The Big Swing.
Absolutely.
Those things. And I had another question. It wasn't really a question, but it was more, I was getting a coffee and And normally, like, I was just sitting there, and this person came up to me and was like, "Hey, I've seen you on my socials, blah blah blah. Saw you in the guide. Like, okay, cool, And he said something really interesting, and about he's like, "Oh, I went to see a comedian at the Comics Lounge." Which is an iconic venue in North Melbourne. And then I saw them 12 months later, and it was predominantly the same material.
Had the exact same conversation. I know who you're talking about. Had the exact same conversation. Someone that went to the Comics Lounge, and they said, "Oh, this is great. It was lovely, but I've seen him do the same set 5 times."
Yeah. And so I think the big thing is, it's like, if you're a comedian, it takes a long time to actually like work out a bit. So you might see a comedian 12 months apart, and even though
Say this fucking comedian,
the fine details are different, the general themes could be the same, the overall kind of shtick could be the same, but it takes a while to work out a bit.
Yes. Or some people just don't change their act for 10 years.
Yeah.
But that's a very good point, and often, particularly for me, and I know you do the same thing as well, we're doing a 5, 10, 20-minute set. I'll often start and finish that set with stuff I've done a million times before, because I know it works and it's very funny. So if you've seen me a few times, you might go, "Oh, he's doing that bit again." It's not for you. It's for everyone else. They haven't heard it. It's usually my attack, and then everything in the middle will be different and maybe not as funny. We did have another comment, Dools, which you wanted to read out that we got, and we appreciate it. And I just want to reiterate while Dools looks at that if you're a Budgy Smuggler, if you're a listener, we've got a ton of new listeners over the last month or so. Please, if you see us, just make sure you're following us on the socials. Every time you see it, just hit the like button, give it a repost, just go write a comment, keep up the good work, boys. Like it on the YouTube, wherever you're watching, YouTube, Spotify, all that kind of stuff really helps. We don't want to beg, we don't want to bring it up every week, but a couple of little taps from you makes a huge difference for other smugglers to join the community. Speaking of smugglers, Dools.
Yes, this was a DM from Lucas Goonan.
It's a direct message, if you're not familiar.
Goonan's a good surname.
The Goon Man.
What do you reckon his nickname? The Goon Man?
Goonie?
Goonie.
Yeah.
Goonie, Gooner, Goonbag.
Goonbag would be the one. The
Lucas,
Goonbag.
The Goonbag. Hello, lads. I'm a newish listener. I needed something to replace the footy with Broden Kelly, who lives in Pascoe Vale. Hello, Broden.
His surroundings might look familiar if you watch.
Yeah, exactly. I think he sits
about there.
I'm not your mate from Myanmar. Okay, well, because we do have a listener in Myanmar.
Still DM. We did promise some stubby holders. There you go. There's another way you can support. Buy our stubby holders.
Buy some merch. Yeah. I'm from Albury Wodonga, the Wodonga side. I nearly turned when you started sledging my slice of paradise, but I continued listening. And you said last week's ep, with all its allegedly
he caught
juicy content, doesn't exist anymore. I felt like part of a special little community. Keep up the good work. And you keep up the good work too, Lucas Goonan from Wodonga.
And Goonbag, please don't tell anyone what we said in that. But I know you're there's a lot of smugglers that have reached out the DMs. They're like, where'd it go? I shared it with a friend, and they could, and that's why. That is what, because it didn't happen. That's why. No. I need one of those men in black, like, just erase that from. Anyway, it doesn't matter. However, I don't know if you've been keeping up with it. This isn't in the rundown, but it is getting juicy.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
A lot of stuff coming out that might mean that we can slice that part back into the episode, because it's getting spicy.
Shit is getting wild.
Oh, all right. Let's talk some sport. Let's to 20 minutes. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for us.
Pretty good for us.
Oh, hey, before we get into sport.
Okay, suck on that.
we dangle it and then we tear it away. What did you do for Valentine's Day? You're a famous romantic.
Absolute romantic. I woke up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I ran down. I got some flowers.
What sort of flowers?
fucking expensive flowers, Jules. Here's the hot tip. Get up early or pre-order because all the cheap ones are gone. I knew I couldn't do the Coles run. I should smell that from a mile away. You can't get the Coles flowers, so I went to a very fancy one. Do you want to know how?
Aldi.
You're not supposed to say how much. It was a bunch.
Can I guess?
I'll describe the flowers first
yeah.
because it wasn't like a dozen red roses.
Okay.
Because I'm not having Valentine's Day with a man. No, it was it was like a few sort of pink roses, and then with a beautiful bunch of lilies. It was gorgeous book. It was huge. It was like one of those big mama jummers. So you give me numbers and I'll go north or south.
Okay, I just had to Google what a lily looks like as a plant.
As a plant.
Yeah. All right. $50.
I wish.
Oh,
way
okay.
north.
$100.
North.
Jesus. $120.
North, but you're very close.
$135.
Yeah, bang on.
Holy shit.
For flowers.
Holy shit.
They're still blooming, so they're good. I hope she doesn't. Well, I hope she does listen to it because I would never ever say how much a present costs or anything like that. But $130 something for flowers.
Did she buy you anything?
No, of course not. Then I got home and I made her favorite breakfast, like pancakes and all that kind of stuff. So. Bit of a romantic.
$135.
Yes.
That is.
That's why we need a big get around us today. What did you do for Valentine's Day?
We went and got fried chicken.
Hell yeah, that's
good.
My kind of Valentine's Day.
Good. And then we got
a bouquet of
frozen yogurt.
Oh.
And then we walked back home.
Amazing.
It's good.
Sport.
Okay, here we go. Alex de Minaur.
Your guy, your man.
Yeah, Mr. Quarterfinals. Delivered a masterful performance to defeat the red-hot Felix Auger Aliassime.
The household name, AFAA.
The FAA, to land one of the biggest titles, to land one of the titles of his career at the Rotterdam Open.
Oh, what did you think? He's sprung back into form. He's made it out of the quarterfinals into the well-known Rotterdam Open.
What a thing. What a thing.
Are you looking up where the Rotterdam Open is?
Rotterdam is in the Netherlands.
Okay, there you go. Who says we just make jokes and talk about sport? This is where you talk about
I don't know
geography
where
as
Felix the house cat is from, though.
Oh, it looks French.
I can Moroccan.
Moroccan.
I don't know.
They speak French.
I just guessed.
Do they? Oh, you want? Yeah, okay. Moroccan. I'm going to go
guessed.
French. All right. I'm going to look him up. He is, of course. He is a type of French.
Canadian.
Bang.
Oh.
Canadian. There you go. So lost 6-3, 6-2. Not really the big name you would hope.
No.
That our guy won. The fact that they called it the biggest titles of his career is a bit sad, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, look, you're not getting, Djokovic isn't going there and Alcatraz Island not going there. But well done. Hey, you can only beat whoever's put in front of you.
Exactly.
Is what they say.
Exactly. And yeah, I've never heard of this guy. But was this the guy he bet last time and then everyone... Yeah, it is. We've mentioned Felix FAA before.
Have we?
And then everyone was like, he's a really good player, bro. You don't even know anything about tennis. It's like, no, we don't.
No.
We don't know anything about mid-ranked French Canadian tennis players, and we never will.
Oh, Quebec.
Ugh. Now, I tell you what has been hot. Oh, it's the melting snow. We're so hot, the Aussies. We are flying at the moment at the Winter Olympics, which we've been talking about for months. We haven't stopped talking about the Milano Cortina. Winter Olympics. We've got so much to go through. It's been a big week for the Aussies. Kicking off, of course, with Jakara Anthony. She won the women's dual moguls at the Winter Olympics. Anthony's the first Australian to win 2 golds in Winter Olympic history.
There you go.
Jakara Anthony described to all of the Budgy smugglers what the women's dual moguls event is.
Okay, it's like doing regular moguls, but twice.
Yeah, he knows.
Like at the same time. I don't know how that happens because there's only one of her, but there's dual moguls.
Okay. Oh, I think I know the one. It's the one where they're going over the speed humps.
Oh, that one.
I've seen a bit of that pop
looks,
up.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to. I think they should have like little microphones in their helmets, right? Because they wear helmets.
Yeah, wear helmets.
And the whole way down, they're expected to talk, so that when they go over the speed humps, like they got that weird sort of I think that would get everyone involved.
Bloody oath. But Jakara Anthony, so the dual moguls is the one where it's kind of a race between 2 people instead of, I guess, the non-dual.
Ah, so
And then
they're both going down at the same time.
They go down, they get to the end, gun,
Yeah.
6 paces, bang.
Yeah.
So it is a ski to the death.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, 2 first ever. Does that surprise you that we've never had someone win 2 gold medals at the Winter Olympics before?
I don't think we've done that much in the Winter Olympics. So,
Well, we'll get to that in a bit. I've got that in our big issue, our big talking point, our big question. What else has been happening at the Winter Olympics?
Cooper Woods, the 25-year-old, has won a gold medal in the men's moguls.
Men's moguls.
Cooper Woods, it sounds like it should be a hyphenated surname.
Cooper Woods sounds like a golf club.
Yeah, here's Joel Cooper Woods.
Yeah? Yeah.
Something like that.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he won in the men's not dual, just the solo moguls.
Solo moguls.
Shouldn't it then be called mogul?
The men's
If it's dual, it's moguls.
That's
But
a
if
very
it's
good point.
just
Why is it?
one? It's men's
Is
mogul.
it because there's skis and there's 2 skis?
Oh, maybe.
Are you like me and haven't watched any Winter Olympics stools?
It's on in the background when
Yes.
I'm at the gym.
Yes.
And sometimes I will have a look and be like, oh, yeah. And then I'll go back to whatever I was thinking
It
about.
is fantastic. It is peak. I think it is peak background. It's better than a test match.
It is good
It
background
looks
stuff.
good. Sometimes you're like, what are they doing? That looks pretty cool.
Well, from what I've it's basically, other than the bobsleddy things, all of the bobsled
You got
and
bobsled, you
bobsled
got
adjacent things.
Monobob? Is there a dual bob?
Skull?
Double
is that
bob?
one? The skull?
I don't know.
Kerry O'Keefe. Basically, the Winter Olympics is like if you got gymnastics and put it on ice. Because it's really all about how they land. It's like if they land well, great. If they fuck it up, cool. You know it's
I
shit.
see what you're saying.
You don't know what they've done in between. You don't know if that's good or not. But it's like, oh, cool. You stuck the landing. Cool.
I'll tell you who didn't stick the landing. It was our guy. I thought he'd be number 1 in the power rankings for the next couple of weeks, but Scotty James has fallen
Scotty
short of an
names.
elusive Olympic gold, claiming a 2nd silver medal in the snowboard halfpipe. What we thought this was the shoe-in. This was all right, the Aussies are going to get 1 gold. Put that in the back pocket. It's got to be Scotty James. And he didn't stick the landing, to your point, Dulls.
There you go. Maybe he should be a gymnast.
Potentially.
Maybe the ice is throwing him off. He needs a drier surface.
Well, what about my partner loves it, but I think it's the most boring thing in the world. The ice skating dancing thing.
Ah.
Have you got any interest in what's that?
I saw
Skating?
that
Freestyle
someone did a backflip, and that apparently was controversial for some reason.
This year?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting. Because it is banned, I think.
but
the
that's why
backflip.
I think that's why it was controversial.
Get over it, ice skate. Well, can we have a? I'm gonna while you read out the next one, I'm gonna look up why it's banned.
Most of my ice skating knowledge is from Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell, Chad Michaels. Josie Baff, my mum used to have a cat called Josie, has produced a stunning display to win gold in the women's snowboard cross at the Olympic Games. Of course, Stevie B, snowboard cross is...
I actually watched this one. So I
did
don't
you?
have a funny
Okay,
answer,
cool. Oh,
sorry.
what is it? I don't know.
Snowboard.
Is it cross country on? That would be really hard because you just kind of you don't have the sticks to help.
No, it was really, really cool. It's 4 people having a race. They're kind of a cross-country race across the thing.
Kind of
got
what?
close there.
Yeah.
And she was just zooming. She was the least favorite. They didn't think she was going to medal. And she just came in, didn't Bradbury it. She just dominated, and it was a very fun race. So good on her, I say.
There you go. Well done.
Was
Josie Baff.
The backflip was swiftly banned after Terry Kabika in 1976 did it, and they considered it too dangerous because of the level. This is why it was banned, because of the level of danger, and in part because it violated the principle of jumps landing on one skate, which
I've always said it violates the principles of jumps.
yeah, I know. It sounds like it violates the principles of it not being the most boring sport in the world. So yeah, that's why you can't do backflips apparently.
Throw some ball bearings out on the ice rink.
That'll make it interesting.
That would make it interesting. Lego.
But yeah, I can't it's like watching people dance, but worse. And I'm not a big watching people dance. Bring back, I'll tell you who would be good. What's her name? I forgot her name. Thank God I've forgotten who she was. The breakdancer.
Oh, Ray Gun.
Yeah, Ray Gun. I'd like to
Ray-Gun
see
on
her
ice.
on ice with some ball bearings just skittling around.
With a hat on.
Oh my God, that's why did I bring that up? That's just brought everyone down. Tell you what's brought me up is our mate. We love him. Just throwing out some barbs. Former Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou says Tottenham Hotspur are not a big club. They're small. They're a tiny, feeble little club because of their policy in the transfer market. I'm sure you saw this. I absolutely loved it. Little, sometimes you can go, oh, you know, but he was just like little jibes pointing out very obvious things. I loved it, Jules. Give us the breakdown. What's Ange has gone on a little bit of a PR sort of schism.
Tell you, the timing could not have been better because literally he was booked to do that podcast TV show like a few weeks ahead. And the day, like I think within an hour of him walking into the studio, Tottenham Hotspur fired their manager, Thomas Frank, who they got to replace Big Ange.
The cup winner.
And Nottingham Forest also fired their Ange replacement that same day.
Wow, big win for Ange.
Big for Ange. And, you know, Ange very famously said, you know, year 2, I always win something. He always said, you're going to replace me with Johnny the Pragmatist and you'll all be really happy. And they're not. Tottenham have played some terrible football. And you all came at us when we said that this is what was going to happen. And you're like, oh, yeah, but Ange got us low in the league. But you're worse now. Like, you were never at risk of being relegated. Now you are because you're a small-minded club. Big Ange finally broke the hoodoo and you won something and then you pissed him off straight away. Like, that's so dumb. And Big Ange, big right.
Yeah, I loved saying that. Tottenham cold spur, more like it.
What's the opposite of a spur?
I don't even know what
Bunion.
a spur is.
Like a bone spur is, and the opposite is like a bunion.
A
Cold spur,
well, spur's the
bunion.
Spiky thing
Oh,
on the
yeah,
back
on the back of a
isn't
shoe.
It? That's
Yeah.
The only reason I know that is because of the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh,
Aaron Banks.
yeah.
But
They need Wemby in goals. Imagine Wemby in goals.
that is a very good point. Why didn't George Mershane,
George Morrison.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Why wasn't he recruited by, what country was Georgie boy from?
Is he from Georgia, I think, or Romania or something?
Oh,
Hungary?
How would he go in goals?
I don't know if he was fast enough on the lateral movement. He was big, very big, and he could probably stretch his arms out wide enough to, like, you know, give it a bit of that action. But yeah, I think maybe not quick enough.
7 feet 7, so that's a pretty big wingspan. He of course is Romanian, which is same diff. But that's a good. I think. How wide's a soccer goal?
Yeah, don't know. Have you seen Manute Bol swimming in a pool? That's a terrifying image. It is. Scary.
Yeah, God, that's a lot of limbs. That's a lot of limbs. We got. I'm going to tee you up for this one as well, just because you know more. Because I have no idea what this means. Soccer, more soccer. Soccer. We're heading into the World Cup too. That's exciting. I can't wait to win the World Cup. Socceroo striker Mohamed Touré has scored a historic hat trick. I believe that means 3 goals. On his starting debut for English Championship side, Norwich City.
Norwich.
Norwich?
Norwich.
Norwich? Tell me about Mohamed Touré. Tell me about this game, Dools.
I tell you, Mo Touré has just moved to the UK and was signed predominantly on potential. He's someone who's got all the raw tools and was starting to put it together.
Young fella.
In Denmark, yep. Yeah, very young, and has just taken to the championship. He's banging goals left, right, and centre. And he said after the game, he's like, I've scored, 2 goals plenty of times in games. I haven't got a hat trick. I thought, if I don't get this one, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, is that what he said? I love it. That's good. Do you think this is a case of, how some AFL footballers just don't go well in the VFL?
That's a thing.
That they're just because the ball's not getting fed to them. They don't have the targets to kick to or the people to outlet to or the protection they need. Is that a thing in soccer as well? Do often people make a jump from, say, the A-League to maybe the Norwich types?
It's definitely a thing where some players are better suited to having better skilled players around them. And, also the style of game that's played in the championship is very end-to-end. And some leagues, it's very different. In Italy, it's very defensive, whereas in the championship, it's end-to-end. A lot of, long balls. Not every team plays, with the ball on the ground. So it can suit certain types of players. And clearly, it's suiting Mo Touré so far.
There you go. Good on. Is he a shoe-in for the Socceroos?
I would say so. I would say
starting striker?
I would say, yeah, if he keeps this up, he's got that on lockdown. He's been in good form. He's played a lot of minutes in the last few sort of Socceroos windows. So he's a very, very good chance.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that.
Okay, I'll tee you up for this one. Victoria beat... Oh, hang on. I should have read the whole sentence. Victoria beat WA. I thought Victoria beat was their name.
It's because I capitalised the bet.
So I'm just reading what's there. I'm like Ron Burgundy. Victoria beat WA in the return of Origin, State of Origin footy. Lockie Ash, controversially winning best on ground honours. Jacob Weitering from Carlton got KO'd. What are your thoughts on the game?
Didn't see a lick of it, Dools, but everything sounded good. The highlights looked good. Apparently they were playing. It wasn't like an NBA All-Star game, which actually that kicks off pretty soon. Not that, again, nobody cares about that. But apparently they played. They played well. The highlights looked good. The Lockie Ash thing, don't know, didn't watch the whole game. Sounds like something the Collingwood fans would complain about because they have nothing to look forward to this season. But yeah, the Jacob Weitering KO, it's why State of Origin doesn't happen. It's why it's got shellacked because clubs are paying people a lot of money. It's not the 90s anymore where people are still teaching or plumbing during the day. It's a full-on professional sport. And this is the thing that everyone's worried about is injuries, that an ACL or something that wipes out a player for a whole season. What are your thoughts on this? You've been at footy club land. I'm sure you've heard these conversations before.
I reckon that most AFL club hierarchies were sweating throughout all of that. And Carlton will be spewing that happened to Weitering. They've got a pretty good fitness team at Carlton, and a KO, you don't know how long that's going to linger around for with the season around the corner. So not ideal. I think it was one of those games where the players gave the impression that they were all in when really they knew it's like we need to go maybe at 95% instead of 100 because it's not what it's all about anymore. But, sure, whatever. I don't think it'll last. I think it'll be one of those things where it's like the first 1 or 2 will have big crowds, and then as soon as there's a few more injuries that happen and players start missing actual games, then they'll be like, oh, actually, nah, don't want to. Because clubs can't afford to be losing key players, especially dud clubs like Carlton. Like, that's a key player. And if he misses a game or two, you know, Carlton came into last season with a huge amount of buzz and then got all the momentum knocked out of them when they lost to Richmond. The Mighty Tigers with a huge comeback there. So you need momentum early in seasons. And if you're starting seasons on the back foot, not good. Not good. So
Not good at all.
all right, here we go. Jai Opetaia will step into the ring next month with another world title, because there's so many different worlds, and he's got another world title on the line.
Which world?
I don't know.
I think it's keeps going.
Oh, it does, yeah. I just, man, I've forgotten how to read this morning. The current IBF, lucky it's IBF and not the current IBS and Ring magazine title holder, looks to add the inaugural Zuffa boxing, Cruz Zuffa, of course, former owners of the UFC, cruiserweight title to his collection when he faces Brandon Glanton. That is a tremendous rhyming name. Brandon Glanton.
Can we, on March 8th, sorry to cut you off.
March 8th
I want to
in
get you
Vegas.
into where you want to get to. I'll break down the Jai stuff in a second. Brandon Glanton, give me, what's the best Brandon Glanton nickname?
I'd say branding.
Branding?
He's all about marketing. Glam. Brandon Glanton or Brandon Lantern. Glanton.
Oh, Brandon Glanton. What about Brandon the Phantom Glanton?
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good too. Or Brandon Glanton.
That's it. Just keep it. When you got a strong name like that, why change it? But
Dad.
yes, our guy, Jai, the number one cruiserweight in the world, he's going up. He's going to be the first ever Zuffa boxing cruiserweight championship. They've just fed him the Glanton, unfortunately. He's just like, all right, we need to get this title on Jai. But yeah, you gotta love boxing just making up more titles. It's like, hey, you know, we've only got 24 world titles. Can we just chuck another meaningless one in there, which only has, at this point in time, one weight division, one fight, no tournament to win it? But I love it. I know why, because Zuffa have gone in big on Jai. He's their number one man. Why wouldn't he be? He's from Sydney. He's Polynesian. He's undefeated. But the Mountain Glanton is about to get absolutely shalantin on March 8th, my birthday, actually.
Oh.
Also the birthday, and just a quick RIP to the Dawson, James Vanderbeek, who died, also has my birthday. I don't know why that's funny to me. The Dawson. Remember Dawson? Did you ever watch Dawson's
I never
Creek?
watched Dawson's Creek.
Neither did I.
No.
But anyway, he's dead.
Do you know what
Freddie
Brandon...
Prinze Jr. also has
Is he
March
in
8th.
Dawson's Creek?
No, I don't know. He's just from that time.
What are you doing for your birthday? You having a big bash?
I think I am actually. You know, we're going to book our former somewhat sponsors of the show, the Sporting Globe.
Hey!
Because my birthday, it's F1's on in Melbourne. It's opening round of the footy. There's a fair bit going on, and my partner insisted on me having a birthday, and I'm like, I don't want to, but I'm going to do it there because I just want to watch sport. I want to gamble. I want to get drunk. I want to eat chicken wings and
Great.
sport. I just I just put all that in the chat GPT, and it said Sporting Globe Richmond.
Great. There you go, everyone. March 8th.
Oh, no.
Sporting Globe Richmond. Stevie B.
It's a private event. You won't get in. If you actually, you know what? There's going to be a...
Rock up.
Go
there.
Rock up.
Just say it
and
with
just-
confidence. I'm here for Stevie B's birthday.
And then, yeah, sure, come in and have bring me a gift and I'll let you into my birthday at the Sporting Club. Why did I fucking say that on the pod? How did you get me with that one? Oh,
that has to be a reel for the week.
I'm going to get egged.
That's so funny. Brandon
I'm
Glanton's
cutting
nickname.
that from the pod.
No,
Nah,
we're cutting that out. We're
No,
putting
I'm
it
not-
as promo.
I'm not cutting it out.
Stevie B's birthday, March 8th at the Sporting Globe, Richmond.
Actually, I'll do that on the Facebook. I'm going to cut this out and put it on the Facebook event. You really conned me into that.
Unintentionally.
Can I beep it out? Anyway, shout out to the Sporting Globe if you'd like to give me a discount or something. That'd be nice.
Something. Bulletproof is Brandon Glanton's nickname.
What?
Doesn't even rhyme.
You've got to rhyme it, Glanton.
Mm.
The lantern. All right, let's move on to this. I have you can tell me whether you agree or not, but we're gonna go a bit in depth. It's been a week and a bit since this happened, but the NBA trade period happened, and I wanted to look at it through a green and gold Budgy Smugglers lens and talk about who the Aussie winners and losers are from the NBA trade period. I'm going to give you some names, and then I'm going to say who's a winner, who's a loser, and I want to get your thoughts on them. The number one winner, easily, was Big Daddy Jock Landale. Gets traded from Memphis to Utah. He's on a plane heading to Utah. He has to get off the plane and start driving down to Atlanta, and he puts up career best numbers. To me, he's the biggest Aussie winner heading over to Atlanta, who, apart from Jalen Johnson, don't have any good bigs, really. What were your thoughts on Big Daddy Jock Landale heading over to Atlanta?
He was having a great season at Memphis. He was looking really good there, and they needed to include him in to make it work. They probably didn't want to lose him.
Nope.
Good locker room guy and the like, but and Utah didn't want him, and it's Atlanta's gain. They've snapped him up. So, a couple of Aussies there now in the front court and the back court. So it's good for Atlanta. It's good for Jock. He'll get regular minutes there. Won't necessarily get a huge amount of minutes, but we'll get regular minutes.
Love that. I'm also going to give Dyson Daniels a winner, because it's always good to have an Aussie around, particularly around a bunch of Americans. Ooh, rough. And a French guy. The other winner I had, there's only a couple of winners, a lot of losers, unfortunately. Lachlan Olbrich from Chicago, the Bulls who traded away every big they have, and I'll do both here, because I also have Josh Giddey as a loser, because they now have every talented guard in the NBA that has failed to reach their potential. So Giddey's got no bigs to play with. He's surrounded by guards that are going to want time. Some of them deserving. I'm a big Jaden Ivey guy. But Lachlan Olbrich has just walked himself into at least the six-man position, because there are zero bigs at the moment at Chicago, with Vooch gone, a couple of others gone. I've got Allo as the big winner as well.
It's an interesting tactic to just get rid of most of your big man rotation and just bring in a buttload of guards. So it's good for Lockie. Hopefully he gets to see some minutes on the court.
I think it's good for Chicago as well. Instead of this, let's just win 40, lose 42, lose the first play-in game. Let's get some assets with some potential value, build them up, trade them off, and then just build the entire team around Josh Giddey. The two biggest losers I have for us, there's a couple here, but the one I feel probably the biggest loser to me is Dante Exum, who got traded to the Wizards, caught up.
Which is bad enough.
That's so embarrassing in the AD deal. And then he ends up getting waived by the Wizards, who have not much going on there. What's going to happen with Dante? Do you think he gets picked up by someone else who needs a bit of guard depth?
I think he will go back to Europe and have to, again, rebuild his reputation, because it's not about ability. Whenever he gets minutes, he produces.
We saw him in that finals run.
He's always injured.
Yeah.
Always gets injured. I think he's busted wrist, so he's out for the season. So for him, it'll be getting back and proving that he is a little bit more durable. That's the only issue in his career. It's never been about what he does on the court. It's just getting on the court.
Absolutely. Duop Reef, I also have as a loser, of course, stuck behind a pretty substantial big rotation over at Portland, gets traded and waived by Atlanta, which is a bit sad, because we could have had 3 Aussies on Atlanta, and I probably would have changed. I don't have a team at the moment, but that would have got me really behind Hotlanta now that Trae Young's gone, especially. Reefy, don't know that he gets another chance. What do you reckon? Yeah,
I would say he probably comes back to Australia. He's got a unique skill set, where he's a big guy who can block shots and hit threes like it's nobody's business.
It's a surprise that he isn't more sought after, but it often takes a bit longer for, like we're seeing Jock do it now. His 3-point percentage is literally the highest of anyone in Atlanta. that's how good of a shooter he is, but it's taken him 6-7 years to get that chance. And I think Duop's cut from the same cloth almost.
It would have been cool if he stuck it at Atlanta, because then you could have had Dyson Daniels, the Great Barrier Thief, and alongside him, the Great Barrier Reef.
Ah, come on. Oh, I'm cutting that up. There's a 15-second clip you'll all see on social media. Tyrese Proctor I had as a loser because Garland out, Harden in. Harden always plays. He never misses, except for when he's playing in the Game 7. You're probably used to be a big Harden man back when he was at the Rockets, but I think that means less playing time for Tyrese Proctor. What are your thoughts here? What are your thoughts on Harden going to Cleveland for starters?
I mean, it's clearly, I reckon. So I've been floating around a little bit the internet, and they reckon that there's some stuff that's going to be happening after All-Star break, where there's a few investigations happening at the Clippers, and so they reckon it was partly about, all right, well, Harden, let's just put him on a contender and see if he can finally get over the hump. Harden, very durable player, surprisingly doesn't miss many games unless he's out partying and getting involved in some late night shenanigans. Not good for Tyrese Proctor because Harden is a big minute player, even though he's quite old these days, but he's a big minute player. He was never one to rely on athleticism. No. It was all smarts. So not good for Proctor, but Proctor, very good defender. Hopefully that gets him some minutes. But you weren't expecting much from Tyrese this year.
No, we weren't, but he was getting minutes. He had his first start. He was, I think his 3-pointers are on point. He's a good assist man. He can play defense. He's like everything you want in a 6-man. But unfortunately, he won't see much playing time. And of course, the biggest loser had nothing to do with the trade period, but unfortunately, sad Johnny Furphy, who was absolutely on fire. Starting, putting up numbers consistently. Sadly does his ACL, which is probably out for at least 9 months, probably 12. So we won't see him until probably March next year. Bit of a shame. You hate to see that. You go, Australia, we've got another one. And then, just very unfortunate. It does happen, but that kind of sucked.
Yeah, and in the NBA, they're pretty ruthless around these long-term injuries if you're not a star player. So hopefully they do the right thing by him, the Pacers, and keep him there, let him rehab, and then get him back out there.
Oh, do we miss anyone, Dulce? These were the big takeaways from the trade period.
Nah, not that I can think of.
All right, over to the big question. I've got a big question for you, Dulce. The Aussies have 3 gold in the Winter Olympics, sitting higher in the medal tally. The Aussies are sitting higher in the medal tally than snowy countries like Canada, Finland, Great Britain, and New Zealand, which begs the question, why are Aussies so good at sport?
I think because have you ever been outside in any of those other countries? Like New Zealand's got some nice places, Canada's got some nice things, but have you been outside in Great Britain? There's not a lot going on there.
No, that is a very good point.
It's pretty grim weather-wise. The people are pretty grim over there. So, of course, we're good. Canada goes from, normal weather to extreme cold. You don't want to be going outside during that. So that's why we've got a better climate, and it's nicer to go outside.
That's
my whole theory. It's
answer.
better to go outside in Australia than any of those other players.
What about Finland though? They've got this. I mean,
they've got a lot of saunas.
They got a lot of saunas. I met a lot of Finnish people, lovely people. One of my favourites. I've never met an annoying Finnish person, as opposed to say someone from Great Britain. Canadians, you're pretty cool. Kiwis, kia ora. You're all right, but
I think
that was just me just listening, just basically shitting on Poms. But
Finland are good at the end because it's the finish.
Yeah, I saw that one coming a mile away. I saw the finish line coming to that. So that's it. We just like going outside.
Yep.
All right. Get around us. I think you're up. Am I up?
I think I'm up.
I've got to give you one.
Yeah.
No, I gave you sports bet last time.
Oh,
I think I'm up because I didn't think about this at all.
All right, awesome. Okay. All right. So if you're unfamiliar, Get Around Us is our new weekly segment where, we pitch to a company a business, a person, maybe, I don't know, who might hopefully be watching, and if not, we will tag the shit out of them.
And as will you, Smugglers.
Yes. In the hope that they'll be like, yeah, these are people we want to get around, and they sponsor the podcast. How this works is every week we will alternate. The other person does not know what the company is. And right now, I also do not know what the company is. But here we go. Carlton and United Breweries.
I can't do that one. I legally can't.
You legally can't. Okay. There's a court case pending. All right, here we go.
It's a positive thing, but I'm not allowed
Okay, here we go.
I should have told you that before the pod because I knew you'd do that.
Here we go. Mitchell and Ness.
Oh, Mitch, get around us, Mitchell and Ness. If you don't know, Mitchell and Ness is where I get literally every single hat I own. Do you like old school sports, particularly NBA? Maybe you're a big fan of the Mighty Ducks, because I know I am always rocking Mitchell and Ness on the pod because I'm a huge Sonics fan, and that's why, because Mitchell and Ness are the only NBA licensed thing for, I don't know if that's true, maybe New Era has one as well.
What about
Mitchell
the NBA?
Is Ness. No, the NBA, can the NBA do Sonic stuff?
I don't know.
I'm not too sure, but I get all of my gear from Mitchell and Ness because I'm a huge Sonics fan. We're a sports pod. We are the nostalgia company of podcasts because we often talk about how things used to be better. So we think we're a perfect match for the company Mitchell and Ness. Get around us.
Well done. That was good.
It was okay. I had the prop, so. But yes. Get around us is done. Time for some off-field antics, Dulce. Dulce, they've run out of condoms at the Winter Olympics.
Dingity ding.
Oh, no. How do they not have it? Did they think that because of the cold, they wouldn't need it as much as the Summer Olympics? What's going on at the Winter Olympics where they've run out of dingers?
That's why they need it, because it's cold. They're like, how are you going to warm up? Body heat. And they're in Italy. They're like, that was more French. They're getting into it. They're tons of very sexy people. And, they're there. They're competing. Everyone's fit. Everyone's Nordic and hot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of and so like they go there around the fireplace with their hot chocolate. They take off their big jacket and everyone's like, oh, okay. And then they get stuck in. That's obviously what's happening there. So they've got their Trojans, they've got their Ansels.
Do they stock Enrique Iglesias' brand of micro penis condoms?
Who knows? Look, beggars can't be choosers. If you've run out, you're going to find a way to just to stretch it in there, and that's what's happened. Good on them, I reckon.
Bloody oath.
Make some future medalists. This is where it's helpful to be someone like Stephen Bradbury, where you're finishing last the whole time, but when you're coming last, you are the winner.
Get around us. I like that. Oh, that was a good answer. Anyway, Jules, your top 5 places to have sex at the Winter Olympics. No, you got a top 5 for us?
I do have a top 5. I did get some feedback about the famous sports people that I have seen before. that I did a few weeks now. So this is my top 5 famous people that I have seen.
Top 5 famous people that you have just seen out and about.
Just out generally, So coming in... Coming in at number...
So at least the last one was tangentially linked to sport.
Well, okay, the first one, I can link it to sport.
Is it the number 1 athlete you saw last? No, okay.
No.
I'll stop interrupting. Jump in.
Coming in at number 5 of top 5 famous people I've seen before. He is an icon, an absolute master, and someone with a huge amount of respect the world over. I'm talking about Steven Seagal.
Oh, yeah, martial artist. Steven Seagal. Where did you see Steven Seagal?
I saw him in Las Vegas for a UFC event, fight week. I saw him, walking through, looking like he's really let himself go, Steven Seagal. And he thinks he's still a master. I don't know if he ever was, to be fair, but he definitely believes that. Steven Seagal rabbit holes are my favorite internet subgenre.
Non-stop.
Hilarity. Coming in at number 4. I don't know his name, but the guy who played Leslie Chow in the Hangover movies.
Oh, the doctor guy.
Yeah, Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong.
He's released a stand-up special.
Yeah, he's like a doctor of some description.
Yeah, that's why I said the doctor before.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
How'd you see him, Jules?
I saw him, this is when I lived in America.
Yes.
And he was walking out of a bar as I was walking into the bar. And I was like, oh, it's Leslie Chow.
Yeah, there you go. No, you said it's that guy from The Hangover. Had you been drinking?
No, at that point.
At that point?
No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are you that it was?
Look, I'm at least 70% sure.
Okay, good. That's good rating.
Coming in at number 3. Should I include? I don't think I can include him because I think he's too sport focused. So
that's all right. You can include him.
Okay, we'll do 2 different ones for number 3. We'll do 3A and 3B.
All right.
Coming in at 3A, Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not. I wouldn't relate him to sport. Obviously, MMA, and he's a black belt, and he does the UFC, but also a comedian, an actor, presenter.
Yep. But jiu-jitsu, rolled with him a few times. And then at 3B, John Malkovich.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Was walking out of Chateau Marmont, which is an iconic venue, hotel bar in LA, in Hollywood there. And he was sitting there, he was walking up the stairs and sat at a table next to me, and he was dressed like a hippie from Thailand.
Love that.
Like fisherman pants, lots of, it was very on brand. Coming in at number 2, in Cairns.
Oh, wow. We've moved away from Hollywood.
I think I just want to...
You always know they have a big famous name when you got to Google it.
Yeah, no, I was just making sure the venue... Is it a venue called the Wool Shed?
The Wool Shed?
Cairns, which smelt like a wool shed. It was like, you walked in there, and I didn't have a good sense of smell, but it was like, ugh. I was sitting there, I was at the bar, and just started randomly chatting to the guy next to me, and the guy next to me was Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, that is at number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's crazy.
He was a good dude. We were chatting for... He was up there shooting some movie about buried treasure or some shit.
I think I know that one. Fool's Gold with Kate Hudson.
That's the one. He was a good dude. And coming in at
Sad
number
that I knew that
1. That is... Yeah.
Sorry, I talked over you. Go again.
Coming in at number 1. An icon for many reasons, good and maybe not so good, but maybe some people like, well, maybe at a point.
Michael Jackson?
No. Number 1, Mel Gibson.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a good one. He's a big deal.
He's a big deal. I met him. He was...
Do you think he's pro or anti-Palestine?
Yeah, I would say pro.
Okay, cool.
I would say. But I'd say it's more because of his anti something else.
Yeah.
I would say that would be the thing there. And I met him. Actually properly met him as well.
Okay.
And he was dating a friend of mine. And it was her 30th birthday.
And how old was Gibbo?
Whoa. He was like, you see people on TV and you're like, oh yeah, they're old. But then you see them in real life and you're like, holy shit. Like you are. And he, aged. Very aged.
He's seen a lot. Hasn't done a good movie in a long time. What's your favorite Mel Gibson movie?
Tango and Cash.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good call.
Iconic. What about you?
I'm a big Lethal Weapon guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Or I also liked
Passion of the Christ.
That was a bit long.
Was he in that? Or
I knew the ending of that one. A big, what is it?
Braveheart.
No.
Resurrection of the Christ. What Women Want.
What Women Want is the one I was thinking of.
I thought you were a big What Women Want
big
sort of
WWW guy.
He's done some... Oh, yeah, I forgot he did Mad Max.
Mad Max? I didn't forget about that one.
Do you think... Would you
Overrated.
say, some people are like, Mel Gibson's Australian. Do you consider him Australian?
Depends. I used to until all of the stuff. And then I'm like, when... it's funny, it flipped. because Americans used to say American-born Mel Gibson, and now they say Australian Mel Gibson. So you can't know. He's yours now. He's more yours than he's ever been. And I'm kind of the same. It was like when Russell Crowe went off the rails there. I was like, I'd tell people, he was born in New Zealand, but now he's an Aussie back again. He's killing it. All right, time for the Aussie Athlete Power Rankings. We've never had a shake-up as big as we have this week. It barely resembles the Aussie Athlete Power Rankings from a couple of weeks ago. There's a lot going on. I'm excited, Dools, because sport's kicking off again. F1 practices are happening. AFL's back. NRL's back, apparently. The Winter Olympics are on. The NBA is starting to kick into gear a little bit. I feel like it's a very good time for sport. I feel like we're getting back into it after a couple of lean months. Coming in, speaking about lean, at number 10, he should have been number 1, but he fell a bit short. At number 10, I have half-pipe Supremo Scotty James.
Scotty James.
They are shoe-in for a gold medal. He came up short, but still, silver medal's nothing to sneeze at. It's just one of those tough ones where...
I had a theory that the order of like excitement for athletes in medals, obviously gold medal is the most excited.
Fever pitch.
But then bronze medal is the second most excited, because oftentimes if you get silver, it's because you've lost out at the gold. But if you get bronze, it means you've beaten out the person who was in...
Yep.
Who got fourth.
Good point. Very good point. At number 9... after a huge win in the world-famous Rotterdam Classic. Rotterdam is in what country again, Dools?
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands. By the Never Wins, Alex de Minaur in number 9 in the tennis. Well done, Demon. Making a run for the US Open. You called it, Dools. Coming in at number 8, he's planes, trains, and automobiles, goes over to Hotlanta, puts up big numbers. It's the big Jock Landale I've got
strap.
in number 8. The strap, baby. At number 7, some say controversial. I do not. He was the best on ground at the returning fierce State of Origin, Lockie Ash, for his first and most likely last time in the Aussie Athlete Power Rankings. But good on you, Lockie. That was pretty impressive.
Well done, Lachlan.
Is it Lachlan?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Same.
At number 6, after a hat trick, not in the T20 World Cup, which, if you didn't notice, we didn't cover at all because no one seems to care. It's like a world swimming champs meet, the level of coverage that's getting. Coming in at number 6, scoring a hat trick on debut. It's Mohamed Touré.
Hey, Big Mo.
Big Mo in, who's he playing for?
Norwich.
Norwich. Scored a triple on debut. How about that? Our starting Socceroo striker. Coming in at number 5. I am as shocked as you're going to be that this person is in number 5. Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Dropped down to number 5. I know. I thought he'd just be sitting in that top 3 comfortably for the rest of the year. Forever, basically. He has been for the last 6 months, and then he's been booted out, but with good reason, because our top 4 is brimming. Absolutely brimming. Coming in, the mogul of snow, Cooper Woods, for a gold medal for the men's moguls. Well done, Cooper, in 4th. That's right, a gold medalist in 4th. Again, well done, Cooper Woods. You might get another week in this, but maybe not. Coming in at number 3, she's twice as good at moguling as Cooper Woods, because she's the women's dual moguls gold medalist from the Winter Olympics. It's Jakara Anthony, Dools. How good is that? Australia's only 2 gold medal winning Winter Olympian. As a sentence I got out pretty scot-free.
2-time gold medal Olympic winter winner.
Yes, Winter Olympics.
She's won the Winter Olympics.
They've run out of dingers, but she's our winner. Coming in at number 2, I can't believe this person's not number 1. last week became the second ever Aussie to win a Super Bowl. He dominated.
We didn't even talk about it.
We didn't even talk about it. How did we not even talk about it? Aussies won the Super Bowl. Sorry, an Aussie won the Super Bowl, if you're not listening, if you missed out on at the start. But yeah, the Seattle Seahawks, Michael Dixon, one of the greatest kicking performances in the history of NFL, I just said. At number 2, Michael Kicking Some Dickinson. Very well done. I can't believe he's not number 1. I can't believe Volk's down to number 5, but it's just been stacked this week. Coming in at number 1, Jakara Anthony, also stiff to not be number 1, but I put in, after winning a gold medal in the snowboard cross, just because it was an epic win, out of nowhere, Josie Baff.
Josie. Yeah, my girlfriend. Takes me home when I'm too drunk to drive.
I had that CD single.
Yeah, me too.
Did you really? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a good CD single.
It was. Really good.
But yeah, that's the top 10. Almost unrecognizable from a week or so ago. But it's been good. It's been a good week. A lot of Winter Olympics. How long does the Winter Olympics keep going for?
Don't know. They're going, that's for sure.
Oh, my goodness. But that is it.
That's the most different top 10 I think you've ever done.
It's easily. I don't even know. I'm not even going to bother to do the post because it's going to take me so long to update all the things. So
my nipples are really intense in my...
I did. It's the aircon. I turned it right down because it was smoking in here.
Oof.
But just like your man breastises are smoking doors. I don't know what's going on. What do you got going on over the next week, Dools?
Tell you what, I got a big week this week. Tonight, if we get this out, is Monday, the 16th of Feb. I'm in Flemington at Auntie Annie's. New gig. So we'll see how long the gig goes for. But how's this for a lineup? This is the order of the show.
Okay.
Opening, Ben Knight.
Wow.
Then Dave Thornton.
What?
Then yours truly, Jeremy Dooley.
Big dog Jeremy Dooley.
Then we have a break. Then Nicky Barry. Then Luke Kidgel.
What the hell? Who's running this gig? That's a monster gig.
What a gig.
That's a huge gig.
So I've got that tonight. That should be good. I would dare say that everyone's going to be working on new material. So,
yes.
Even though there's a lot of big names on that, who knows what's going to happen. So then I'm there. And then this week, Wednesday night, I am at Top Floor Comedy in Darwin. That show's sold out. Thursday the 19th, I am in Catherine. That show is sold out.
The town, not the woman.
No, not the person. Friday the 20th, I'm hosting at Top Floor Comedy. I'm not sure if that show is sold. I think it might be sold out. Saturday, another couple of shows at Top Floor Comedy. They're sold out. And then Sunday, the 22nd, I'm at Humpty Doo at the golf course there with Jared Gandry. That's the only show in the Northern Territory that we're doing that has tickets available still.
If you're up on the North End, that is your last chance to see Jeremy Dooley live with also Jared Gandry. So I would get around that. That's going to be a fun week.
And the Humpty Doo one, the tickets have been a little bit slow. Last week we were like, have we bitten off more than we can chew here? And then it's starting to really ramp up. So if you've been sitting like waiting, I wouldn't wait too much. My Melbourne International Comedy Festival show, The Big Swing, is on sale right now. And if you're watching this, I'm doing something a little bit different. I've got a marketing budget. And if I don't need to use the marketing budget, or whatever I don't use will get donated to the Starlight Children's Foundation. So if you buy a ticket early, then it's going to a good cause there. But paid advertising will start on the 1st of March. So buy your tickets now before March so I can donate the whole amount.
Get around at Smugglers. If you listen and you haven't bought tickets to the show, jump on it right now. Me, this week, I'll be floating around Melbourne, doing some gigs here and there. Just check me out on the socials to see where I'm at. And then on Saturday, I'll be at I should know this, the Melbourne something or other. God, I should know this. I don't even know where I'm going to be. Anyway, I'm going to be in Melbourne at oh my God. Oh, the Capitol Theatre in Melbourne.
Oh, it's a great Great venue.
It's a
big
big
stage.
venue. It's a huge stage. Melbourne Capitol Theatre. I'll be opening up for the legendary Laughing Samoan Toe figure. So I don't know if that one's sold out yet or not, but it won't last much longer if it hasn't sold out already. So that's going to be very, very fun.
It's got a very nice ceiling.
Yeah, beautiful ceiling.
Yeah, when you get in there, just take a minute, look up. It's like, oh, that's a nice ceiling. Good audience, from how they're tiered. Yeah, you'll love that. That's great.
So looking forward to that big week. Big week.
Huge.
When are you
week.
back from Darwin?
Monday morning. Red eye flight home. Land at 6:30.
Might be a Tuesday pod next week, Smugglers. We'll see how we go.
I got time on Monday.
We'll see how we go. All right. Thanks so much. That's it.
Boom. See yous.
Bye.